This spreadsheet shows a staking for Dutching across two markets in Betfair and shows the effect of commission. Now the spreadsheet is split into two sections. There's a top section there for one market and another section at the bottom for trading another market. It's been specifically designed for trading correct scores. I've got some correct scores labelled up in there, and you can put anything else you want in your other market down at the bottom. I've got some match odds. Okay, so that's where you input the names of your selections in column A. Input your bet odds. This is a Betfair sheet in column C, and as you enter those odds, the bet stake to equalise your Dutching is shown in column E. So as you place bets on these odds of that stake, your Betfair screen should show what is in column I there. Now we put our commission rate up at K2 there, and after commission deductions, the profit is shown there in column H. Over here on column L are the individual percentages of these bet odds that we've input, and those are added together and totaled up there. That is the total of your book percentage. So once we've set up a few odds in correct score, I'll just put another one in there for 2-2, and you would input your odds, place your bet, and you can see what you've got in one market. But then you might those are odds for the draw, so then you might decide to bet the two teams. I don't know what they would be, say that's 5 and 2 or something, and then you could then see your position in the individual markets on this sheet. So that is what you should see in Betfair in match odds, and this is what you should see in correct score. Now you can see there's a big difference. We've got profit of £53.33 there, and a profit of £22.50 there in this particular example. But in this example, both markets combined show a loss of 183 in correct score and a loss of 29 pence in match odds. Now something like that might not be obvious while you're looking at a profit of 53.33 and a profit of £22.50 in the individual markets. Now looking at that, these differences of 183 or 29 pence, this may itself look unbalanced, but if we alter the commission to 0, you'll see that we finish up with exactly the same profit, 83 pence in correct score or 83 pence in match odds before commission. Just to prove that, I'll move those odds up into there. That's 5 and 2, so I'll delete those and put them in up there, 5 and 2, and there we are. If we were to Dutch those odds in a single market, we would finish up with 83 pence if we hit the winner, and minus 74.17 if we didn't hit the winner. Okay, so that's basically what the sheet is designed to do: show our position over two markets combined after commission deductions. Now if we put those odds back in down there in match odds, and we look at what a profit would look like, we'll just delete that from 2-2 there, and I've put the commission back in at 5% up there, and we can now see that if we hit the winner with a score of 1-1 or 0-0, we get a profit of £2.92 in correct score, and if we hit the winner with a bet on Liverpool or Manchester United, we have a profit of £4.71. Now that is a big difference, and that is because the winnings in match odds do not have the losing bet stakes in correct score deducted before commission. So that 1667 is not taken off any winnings from that particular bet in match odds. So Betfair would look just at a profit in this market and take the commission off, ignoring losses elsewhere, and in this market Betfair would take commission off winnings and ignore these sizable losses in another market. So that gives us can be quite a substantial difference after commission in both markets. So just to sum up, while you're trading in one market and see a nice big profit there and a decent profit there, you could actually be looking at only a very small profit in either market, or even a loss, even though you're looking at a profit there. If we put that 15 back in there, just for example, even though you see a nice big profit in correct score and an okay profit in match odds, we could be looking at a loss even if we hit the winning score, which isn't so obvious when you just look at the individual markets. Now, as the match progresses, you may decide that you want to lay one of these scores to hedge that particular score to profit. So, for example, say the match had got to half time and it looked like there were going to be some goals in the game. You might decide to lay 0-0. So, for instance, if the odds had got down to 7, you could put the lay odds of 7 in there, and the spreadsheet shows a lay stake to equalise that particular part of your trade for an equal profit or loss, whatever happens. Now that profit is shown there. So if you bet at 12 and for £6.25 and you laid at 7 for £10.71, you should make a profit of £4.46, whatever happens in the game on that particular part of the trade. Now that £4.46 is then added to these bits of what you see on your Betfair screen, and then what you see should collect after commission. So your profit from if you hit the score of 1-all with the winning score would be £8.35, and if one of the teams won, it would be £10.42. I'll just remove that so you can see what happened there. So we were looking at minus 83 against a winning score in correct score, a draw score, or minus 29 pence if one of the teams won. So I'll put that back in there, and we now look at, as long as the game doesn't end 0-0, if there's a score at 1-all we would win £8.35, or at 2-2, and if one of the teams scored we would pick up £10.43. Now if the game got to 3-all, of course, we would be looking at a loss there. So if things developed and you needed to bet on 3-3, you would have to tackle that as the game went along. So that's what these lay odds do. All they do is hedge your individual selection and include the hedge profit that's shown in that column in with your total return. So if you had to lay at higher odds for that one, for instance, if you bet at 7-2, just there, if you had to get out at 10 or something, the spreadsheet would still show the stake to equalise that part of the trade, but in this, for example, because you've bet low and laid high, it shows a loss in the hedge column, which again is included in all the returns. Okay, so this sheet allows us to do some bet Dutching, and then we can lay any individual selection to exit that part of the trade for an equal profit or loss. Okay.